this idea that he was going to end up on the throne, and we'd be able to tie together all this timeline mythology. It all just, came together at the right moment at the right time. It's really entertaining to see the chatter on the internet about, it was the old photography, it was the new photography, and you're all wrong.
The one title that a lot of people ask me to ask you about, the Punisher special presentation.
You do get to see Robot Ultron, but you see a lot of James Spader and a lot of Paul Bettany.
Krysten Ritter's here.
We got to end on a note that I felt was triumphant.
Hello, everybody. What's up? Welcome to the first ever Phase Hero Live. So, people listening in podcast form, if you hear some background noise, we have a crowd today. This is pretty cool. Did y'all go to the Marvel panel yesterday? Who all went? Yeah. Hell yeah. Me too. I was there. That was pretty cool. And you're going to see a few people from the Marvel panel on the stage with me in a moment. So welcome to the first ever Phase Hero Live. Full spoilers for the Marvel TV and animation panel ahead. And I am going to be joined today by my friend, I don't know if we're friends, I hope we're friends, the head of Marvel TV and animation, Brad Winderbaum. There he is, making his way to the stage. Yeah, we're going to show love to Sideshow on this one.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah.
Where would you like me to sit?
Sit closest to me, unless,
Which mic would you
I might have the con stank. I don't know. Yeah, so.
I certainly do. I've got the con exhaustion right now.
Dude, I feel you. Well, thank you for coming, Brad.
Thank you for having me, everybody. It's great to be here.
I think you guys noticed on the way in, Brad noticed on the TV there, big thanks to Sideshow for helping us put this together today. You'll all find 30% coupons on your seats there. And anybody listening, if you go to side.show/whatif, you get a free What If Hot Toys pack and get 30% off. Are you a collector?
I'm like a normal, modest collector. I wouldn't say I'm like the world's biggest collector, but I definitely have some awesome Hot Toys, awesome stuff from Sideshow.
What's your favorite thing you've ever brought home?
Well, it's all in the office.
Oh,
yeah, because once you start bringing it home, it ends up becoming your house.
I can tell you my house is. That's happened to me. But yeah, man.
But I would say, honestly, I love a lot of the stuff that I've gotten from Sideshow over the years. But I have an Infinity Ultron that is the best.
Shout out Ross Marquand, by the way.
Yeah, incredible, great performance, great character. An awesome toy.
We're going to talk about the fact that you're bringing back Ultron, by the way. We're not going to start there, though. I don't usually get a lot of time to just talk to you and get to know you, because usually we're pretty quick in the interviews. You've been with Marvel since the beginning of the MCU, really?
Yeah.
You worked on Iron Man.
I did. I worked for ABC Television as a PA. And was on a show called In Case of Emergency, which lasted all of 6 episodes. And I was getting coffees and making photocopies. And the pilot was directed by Jon Favreau. And when I found that he was doing Iron Man, I just started bothering him. It was super annoying. And his assistant, I think, finally took pity on me and brought me into the production office of Iron Man 1. And at the time, the Marvel Studios was just starting out. Avi Arad was the president of the studio. The office was in Beverly Hills. I show up, and it's me, John, his assistant, the accountant, Sheila, and Luis D'Esposito, the line producer, and his assistant. And I'm, and then all the execs that work there. So I'm getting introduced around, and I meet, a young assistant named Stephen Broussard, and another assistant named Jeremy Latcham, and a young vice president, named Kevin Feige, who's got already rocking the baseball hat. And just, it was like, wow, they're all obviously were fanboys just like me, and it was a great place to start.
How'd that turn out?
It worked out.
And I mean, you're from New York too. This is home for you originally?
Yeah, so I'm a bridge and tunnel kid. I grew up in Rockland County, and then it was like tried to get into the city every chance I got, and by the time I was in high school, sleeping over at friends' houses, but really we were taking the train in, and then I went to NYU and studied art. And
How'd that go?
And then I moved to LA. That was fun.
Yeah.
That was really fun.
And does it feel like almost maybe full circle to then be at New York Comic Con as the head of TV and animation with Marvel?
It's so surreal. I came to New York Comic Con for the first time when I was 12 years old. I was a big fan of, at the time, Ghost Rider, and the original Rise of the Midnight Suns crossover event was like my obsession at that age. And was just hunting down signatures from all those guys, waiting in line for hours and hours.
Dude, I remember sleeping on the sidewalk for Hall H, just trying to get in and see the Avengers, man. Thank you for allowing me to get on stage with you, dude. That was awesome.
You rock it, man.
That was so much fun.
That was awesome.
Most fun hour of my Comic-Con life, and that's got to be like Comic-Con like number 23 for me now. Man, that was awesome. How do you, when you guys were selecting footage to show, titles to talk about for New York Comic Con, like how does that process go? How do you guys pick what to bring to an event like this?
Well, so maybe when it comes to Comic Cons, we actually start planning like 4 or 5 months in advance, because you have to not just you prepare the materials you're going to show, which takes time to produce, but also you have to arrange everyone's schedules, the talent that you want to be there. It's like it's a puzzle, and so going back to like last spring, Kevin and I were talking about the Comic-Con plan, and we had the idea to focus on films in San Diego and television in New York. And then we ended up not going to San Diego. So New York is like the one outing this year at a con in a big way where we're revealing material. So it's like it's a massive honor, and it's been really, really cool to be able to stand on that stage.
The reception to the panel seemed to be pretty damn good. What'd you guys think? You were there. Wait, actually, I'm getting ahead of myself because you EP'd All Hail the King.
Yes.
And now you brought Sir Ben back for Wonder Man.
Yep.
When you did All Hail the King, it was obviously a while before we saw Trevor Slattery again. Was there like any original idea back then that changed and led to Shang-Chi and Wonder Man? Did you know at the time, or was it we just got to break this guy out of jail?
So it's Sir Ben is one of the best living actors, and the fact that he even wants to play in the toy box with us is already insane.
Yeah.
But he fell in love with the character of Trevor in Iron Man 3. So it was clear to us, we're like, this, first of all, the character, like Drew Pearce's idea of doing the Mandarin, this character with a lot of historical baggage as an actor and a propaganda figure was really smart. And the reveal of Trevor in Iron Man 3 is like one of the funniest moments ever. I love that movie, and he was game to do it again. It was our 5th one-shot, I think. So the one-shot program was already, it was a really fun opportunity for me. Those are the first films I produced at Marvel with those shorts, and he was down to play, so it just all came together. And we just knew that he would always come back to play Trevor. So when Jonathan Schwartz was developing Shang-Chi with Destin, and they picked up the continuity, he was taken hostage or broken out of prison and taken hostage at the end of that short by the actual 10 Rings, and they had that lore to deal with. And a lot of times at Marvel, when there's something that feels like laundry you have to do, becomes like this amazing part of the story, and that's what happened with Shang-Chi.
Man, and Sir Ben seems to be having so much fun with it too in Wonder Man. That's awesome.
He's so great, and it does have this like odd trilogy feeling. I think that after people see Wonder Man season 1, you can map out. I'm sorry. Well, it actually that depends on y'all. If you watch it, we can make more, and that's kind of the world we live in now. It's like it's all about the viewership, and I hope we do get to make more. There's certainly more stories to tell.
Did people watch Marvel Zombies?
They did watch Marvel Zombies. They did watch Marvel Zombies. Yeah, thank you all.
I loved it,
Thanks.
man.
Yeah, y'all showed up in a major way for that one.
Brian Andrews is killing it, dude. My favorite thing you guys have done on TV so far is Loki.
Oh,
Dude,
bro.
I love Loki.
Yep.
Specifically season 2, man.
Oh yeah.
That ending,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
was that... Wait, when did you guys land on Loki assuming that position and that was how you were going to end it and give him that glorious purpose?
So Tom was an executive producer on that show, and really he understands that character inside and out, and he knows the comics, not just the history of the comics, but also what was happening in the comics in the present day, published in real time. So this idea that he was going to end up on the throne, and we'd be able to tie together all this timeline mythology into this idea about narratives and threads and stories it all just came together at the right moment at the right time for this beautiful ending and this glorious purpose, and who knows where it's going to lead in the future.
I've got that Hot Toys figure on order. I'm waiting for that thing to start shipping, baby.
So rad.
I can't wait. I think one of the biggest pops yesterday was for Daredevil. That trailer, oh my God.
Bro.
We got to see that. Twice I got to watch the trailer like the Willem Dafoe meme. Just looking straight up. Oh, man. And I saw you got the Dario shared. They're already cracking on season 3, writing season 3.
Yep. Yeah, the writer's room's going right now.
Yeah, man.
It's great.
This season is like you guys have a clear vision start to finish, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because I know last season you guys kind of did a little bit of some changes late in the game.
Yeah, it's really entertaining to see the chatter on the internet about the seams between the seasons and what was the old photography and what was the new photography, and you're all wrong.
The internet, not true?
Really sure.
No way. I saw someone say Batman showed up, so I was like, what the hell? Where is he, man? But that trailer I thought was sick. Obviously we saw Krysten's return, but Bullseye's in there, that wink into the camera's menacing. How do you follow up season 1? What do you...
So, what Dario's built in Born Again is he kind of, I think, sees New York City as a kingdom, and this idea that the mayor, and Wilson Fisk as mayor is he positions himself as a king of this place.
Yeah.
And he corrupts people and around him in order to maintain his power and control. Season 1 was really about his rise to power, and it's a far different thing to hold on to that power once you have it, and that's what this season's kind of core is about.
I feel like for some people this might be a touchy subject, but dude, the Daredevil Born Again season 2 set photos. I know we're not supposed to talk about those sometimes, but we've all it's impossible to not see them. They look amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
Do you guys start to sweat a little bit when you're outside and
Yeah.
people are gonna see this?
Yeah, we can't stop it now. It's the lenses are getting too good.
I saw that suit in every seam of it.
I know. And he's getting out of the water. Those shots, I'm like, there it is.
So,
That's as good as our on-set photography sometimes.
you don't even hire him anymore. Just let us show up. We'll come
Yeah.
take pictures. No, but we've seen the new suit, all that kind of stuff, but we probably still haven't seen much. We can't really make sense of what's going on.
Oh
I
yeah,
assume.
there's a ton waiting for you. Don't even get me started.
Man. Chloe Bennett yesterday said on the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. reunion panel, her favorite thing, her favorite Easter egg from that is that Daisy and Matt Murdock went to the same orphanage.
Oh yeah.
You're a S.H.I.E.L.D. fan, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. In fact, I just did a rewatch last year, all 7 seasons, and that show really holds up. There's moments in that series where they hit their stride, and there'll be like a string of 5-6 episodes that are incredible.
Yeah.
And I love that cast. And I just saw Clark yesterday. We hung out a little bit. Such a great dude.
Good dude. Obviously, the one title that a lot of people asked me to ask you about that wasn't part of the panel, the Punisher special presentation.
Yeah.
That's going to be
We had
sick.
to hold something back.
Yeah, I got to save some for next time.
Save something for next time.
But, I mean, how's that going?
That's
that
awesome.
wrapped up, right? That's done filming?
It's wrapped up. Yeah, we're in editorial now. Written by John Bernthal and Ray Green, our director. Shot by Robert Elswit, Academy Award-winning DP. Beautiful, and beautiful piece, and incredibly acted by John. I mean, really emotional and wild.
Dude, I can't wait to see that, man. And I mean, only because I know he goes on to appear in a movie. Is that like an
Spoiler,
instance?
he survives the special.
Is that an instance where you're collaborating on the movie side a little more than in some other project? Like, how does that work?
It's exactly the same as anything in the MCU.
Yeah.
It's a small, tight-knit group of producers, and wherever the characters cross or worlds cross, you're talking, you're looking at each other's work, and that doesn't mean that there's these major plot points that are set up in one project and pay off in the next project. It's more about just making sure it feels like one universe, and that means that doesn't mean you have to stick to the same tone or genre. Obviously, I mean we bounce around all the time from comedy to drama to live action animation, everything. But you want New York to feel like New York, like the same New York. But I would like many things we do, the answers are in the source material. They're in the comics, and you can read a Daredevil comic and a Spider-Man comic, and you're looking at two completely different lenses of the world and of New York City. Sorry, that was a microphone, everyone. We're okay.
We're okay.
We're okay.
We're all good.
We're all good. But you want it to feel like the same city, even though they're completely different in tone.
We ended the panel with Vision Quest, which, man, that trailer, that teaser, I think, is the proper term. It's going to round out a trilogy: WandaVision, Agatha, Vision Quest. How do you kind of make a through line of a trilogy with characters that are sprawling out there? And White Vision, what's he been doing?
Yeah, well, I mean, if you remember the end of WandaVision, you learn that Vision's body was reconstructed by S.W.O.R.D., and he, invades Westview, and he doesn't come out of that experience the killer robot he went into it as, and we pick him up right where we left him, and going on a quest of sorts.
Of visions. Of the vision
visions.
variety. Yeah. Well, our first guest today is the mind behind Vision Quest. We can bring him up here, Mr. Terry Matalas.
I'm just gonna.
God, this is my first comedy club.
Me too.
Very exciting.
And I'm like the least funny. I was like, I just burn up when I walk in. Terry, what's up, man? Thanks for hanging.
Wow, thank you for having me. This is so cool.
Congratulations on Vision Quest. It looks pretty awesome so far from what I've seen.
Thank you.
You got a lot of love at the panel yesterday.
This is so crazy. I'm in a comedy
Should we
club.
do our tight 10?
Yeah, let's do our tight 10. Boy. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
You got a lot of love at the panel yesterday. I was like,
They were too kind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You paid them to say
I
it.
did
It's
a
okay.
significant amount of money, but it's worth it.
Sorry, but no, you've showrun and you've also directed a couple episodes, I think. Is that true?
Yeah. Am I allowed to? Yes.
It's on
Yeah,
IMDb,
say it all.
so it has to be true, right?
Yes, I directed
No.
the last two of Vision Quest. It was
And they are amazing. You guys.
thank you.
Incredible.
So I mean, your
It's a
resume.
dream come true to do
Yeah.
Marvel with an Avenger. I just have to say it. I did before this. I did a Star Trek thing with Patrick Stewart, which was a dream come true. But and it was amazing. But doing like Marvel, and then I can't talk about what happens in that finale, but Brad knows.
It's just us
There's
here.
one scene in that finale that is like kind of a Marvel dream that I got to do. So I'm very, very excited to be able to be a part of it.
I cannot wait for y'all to see it. And also,
I request elaboration.
He says he did a Star Trek project. He did Picard season 3, which is like the best Star Trek piece of material to come out since JJ's 2009 movie.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Not to derail the conversation, but Brad, I know I'm weird about this, but I'm obsessed with Nova. And you once told me the Nova show that was in development was very Star Trek-y. Was Terry at all behind that one?
Things get ideas get tossed around.
Oh, yeah. No, bring back Nova. Paul yesterday on stage said that White Vision has the memories of like Vision, and he's trying to figure that out. Is that sort of the one piece of information I feel like we got to take away?
Yes, he said some things. It is at the end of WandaVision. The Hex Vision unlocks everything from that Vision's perspective. He may or may not have access to some of Hex Vision's experiences in different ways. You'll see. But the show's it's about a man going through an identity crisis. Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's your show. You can say whatever you want.
No.
I like how we got some Stark integration in the beginning of that teaser.
There's a lot of Stark integration.
Edith Jarvis.
WNU.
Yep, man.
Just wait, you guys.
Yes.
You guys made a show just for me.
This is the show about the Marvel AIs.
Okay, all right. There's also not only Ultron that we see it like a silhouette of Ultron. We see James Spader, who is obviously the voice of Ultron, but now he's appearing as himself. How much like James and Paul do we see versus Ultron and Vision in their get-ups, I guess?
You do get to see Robot Ultron. You will see Robot Ultron, but you see a lot of James Spader and a lot of Paul Bettany together. They are very much a core dynamic of the show in a lot of ways. I'll just say that. There's a lot of Bettany. It is a delivery system for Bettany and Spader. So if you like those two performances, you will. Age of Ultron, my favorite scene is that last scene between the two of them outside. And so early on when we were talking about it, that was the first thing I sort of pitched back to Marvel as an idea because it's just my favorite scene. It really captures the two of them, and where they are now, Ultron isn't quite the same and Vision isn't quite the same, so it's interesting to see what that new dynamic is going to be.
How did he do, Brad?
Killed it.
Hey, gotta keep it vague.
I think it is cool to see like this new White Vision explore all of that stuff and see him integrate those memories. And we're going to be watching this with our memories of a lot of previous Vision appearances. Obviously, Age of Ultron, the line you mentioned. Obviously, WandaVision. How did like integrating the storylines from that? Like, how do you kind of make sure we're honoring that, and telling our story, continuing it, and like you said, it serves as a trilogy. It's like is there like a
WandaVision is one of my most favorite things like ever. Like I just love WandaVision. My kid watches one. We've watched it probably about 3 times now. And that White Vision and Hex Vision scene, the ship of Theseus scene, is it's one of the great television moments. And so it has to be as good. There's a lot of pressure that it has to be as good as it. So it ties in directly to WandaVision. It's very much a direct sequel to WandaVision, but the end of the trilogy of the piece for sure. But it is very much related to WandaVision, to say.
I'm just going to recite a line of dialogue from that teaser we saw yesterday. React however you want.
Okay, sure.
I think it was Mazel Tov, it's a boy.
Yes. Yes. That plays pretty well. I was worried about that. Are
Man.
people going to accept a bearded Ultron kissing Vision? Oh, wait, that's not. I shouldn't be talking about that. Never mind. Delete.
I think what makes that scene in the woods with Ultron so special is like how poignant the dialogue is. I think the line, what does he say? Like, a thing is not beautiful because it lasts. And then in WandaVision, what is grief if not love persevere? Like, this dude always drops these bombs of like dialogue.
But then you have Spader with "You're unbearably naive." I mean, it's just a.
So obviously part of that is the delivery of the line is so good, but it starts with the writing. Did you guys find something, no pressure, to sort of keep up that trend of Vision being such a damn wise, incredible talker?
Well, yes. I mean, it is. Again, it's pressure coming. I mean, those are Jack and coming. Joss. Those are two amazing writers. But keeping Vision wise and elevated, but he's also kind of finding his way back to that. So he's starting from a different place. He's starting from. How do I say this? He's trying to find a way to identify with who he was, but is having difficulty as he is out in the world and sort of seeing humanity in a more direct way, and has some doubts about us.
All right. Hey, man, I'm excited to see it.
This is hard.
Dude,
I'm like, how do...
killing that. I've never seen better soft shoe.
Oh, God, thank you.
I'm trying to give you the floor without putting you in a corner, and I appreciate it, man. Maybe it's too early to ask this, but I always ask everybody this question: like, is there an episode that you're most excited for everybody to see?
All
It
of
might
them.
be too
To be
soon,
honest,
yeah,
they're all
yeah.
very different.
Yeah.
Each one of them are different types of movies. So there's like each one of them I could say, oh, I want them. Can't wait for that. I can't wait for that. So no, I mean, they're all so different, but they all have favorite moments for me. So it'd be tough to say.
That's fair.
I mean, I'm excited to get the first two out to the world, even though we're a bit a ways from that, but just to kick off the journey, because I think it is a fun family story in a unique sort of weird AI way.
All right. Hey, man. I won't grill you any harder. Dude, Terry, thank you so much for
It's my
coming to
pleasure.
hang out
Thank
today,
you.
man.
Thanks.
That was great. I'm sorry, man.
He's the best.
Dude, he's
and I'll
awesome.
tell you, like, it is impossible to pick a favorite episode in that show.
Yeah?
Each there's something. I was running through the Rolodex in my head while you were asking that. There's something in every episode that I'm like, oh, that's awesome, and that's crazy, and that's wild.
Let's go, dude. We started talking about one of the furthest out projects right there with our first guest. This is one of the closer projects I'd like to switch to.
Oh yeah,
I believe it's
the next one in production.
March of 2026 is what you said?
So we've
Or
got
2025, 2026.
So
oh, yeah, it's
we're in
2025.
25 now.
And then,
March
yeah, I
of
don't even know what day it is.
2026 is
That's
Daredevil Born Again Season 2.
That's right. Daredevil Born Again Season 2 is coming right around the corner. And you guys are bringing back Jessica Jones?
Oh yeah, I mean it's like it's the greatest thing ever, honestly. I remember watching that show, Jessica Jones show, as a fan, like while I was making Thor Ragnarok. And I was like, this show's amazing.
Yeah.
She's incredible.
That's crazy how long ago that was.
Now tell me about it.
And
remind me.
now the wait is over. Krysten Ritter's here. Hello, hello, hello. Hello again. Thank you so much for coming to hang out.
Well, this is fun. I signed my name in the dressing room.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, so people could think I was like trying out stand-up.
One day, like, there's going to be an interview, and they're like, I was at the West Side Comedy Club.
Like, it says Krysten Ritter was here. What was she doing? Anyway.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
How nice is it to just, like, be able to admit it?
Oh, it's so nice. It's so nice. We had our first meeting like so long ago,
Yeah, I know.
and
It's been in the works for a while.
yeah, so keeping it a secret has been nice and exciting, and now that it's finally out and can celebrate with the fans, it's great.
Hell yeah. Well, Jessica Jones season 3 was like the last of the Netflix era for those shows.
Last
That
man
was it.
standing. Yeah.
When that ended, I mean, I think all the fans were like, oh my God, is this really over? Did you at the time think that was really going to be the end?
At the moment, I guess so, but it was so bittersweet because the character is so delicious and so deep and rich and so cool, and I really felt like there was definitely more story to tell before the partnership with Marvel and Netflix ended. We were, I think, planning on doing another one, and then all of a sudden everything just changed. So we were lucky in that we knew in advance. So we got to end on a note that I felt was triumphant, and it felt like an end point. Of course, with room for more, but the other shows didn't really have that same opportunity. So that was nice. At least we had a heads up and got to cater to the ending.
Brad, did you have to look at that ending and say...
We talked about that ending in our meeting. I kind of I can talk forever about what was going through my head and what that means. And I really felt like Jessica ended feeling like I am a hero and I've been a hero this whole time. And that's how we were going to move forward with her. And that wasn't on the page necessarily, but that was just how it felt to me. And yeah.
And so slipping back into character...
Easy. It was like no time had passed, and it was incredibly exciting. And finding her in my cells again was it was wild. It was wild. Day one on set, we were all kind of just looking around. Charlie and I took a moment looking at each other. We're like, can you believe this shit? Here we are. Yeah, it was great.
Is there a thing that helps you know you have the character? Is it once you're in one of those cool outfits, is there a line of dialogue you have to tell you? How do you know okay, I'm Jessica right now?
So it's a process, but it's a weight, it's a body posture, it's where my voice lives, it's a lower register. It's this whole physical transformation that I kind of go into, and then I'm her. And, sometimes in my life I have to channel that too. And she's given me strength in that way. But then you get the boots and you get the jacket and you get not that I look that different in my real life, but there are very subtle, specific, thoughtful differences with that character because she's so much cooler than I am, and she's so tough. And once it all comes together, it's there she is. Yeah.
I remember the first time the Defenders assembled.
Yeah.
Which just that moment for you guys had to be pretty surreal on set back then, getting Finn, Mike,
yeah,
everybody together. Charlie's there, you're there. Do you remember the first time all of you actually got together?
I mean, it was pretty sick. Also, the shows were so popular. Our faces were everywhere, and they were successful and well reviewed, and we were rock stars. And so when we all got together to do our shows together, we had each come off of our own shows, and now we were together, and we were having the same shared experience, which is so rare. And it was like a celebration, and it was a club, and we were rooting for each other and supporting each other. We couldn't be pried away. They would be rolling, and we'd still be blah, 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 blah. We couldn't get enough of each other. We would be at dinner together. We'd be eating our lunches together. And it was really, doing that show together was really special.
Yeah. Brad, for you, when you got Charlie and Krysten together, and you were like, oh, we did it, we got them back. Was that just wish fulfillment?
So, I mean, I remember watching The Defenders when it came out, and that whole cast has chemistry together, but there's really something special between Matt and Jessica.
I agree,
in that
yeah.
show. And it was always, frankly, on my mind. So even when I thought that maybe there was an opportunity to make more Daredevil, bringing Krysten back was was really exciting because of that chemistry with Charlie and that special thing that you guys have.
Talk more about that. What else has been in the works?
Other things.
Yeah, Charlie and I also, like, on a personal level, like, we have great chemistry. Sometimes you have it with somebody and sometimes you don't, and we just hit it off. And then I think we both, like, approach acting in a very similar way. We work really hard and we love it, and there's a lot of, like, craft and integrity and joy, and both of us just really relate in that way. So we love when we get to play tennis together.
Do you, is there like a Defenders group chat? Do you guys like all stay in touch?
Absolutely.
Hell
Well,
yeah.
Mike's like my neighbor. We're so close.
Yeah.
Our kids hang out together. My son has been in love with his youngest daughter since he was born. I'm really close friends with his wife. We go to Pilates together. Charlie's wife and is one of my best girlfriends. We had our babies together. Like, we're very, very, very close,
I
all
love
of us.
that.
It's like family.
Yeah, that's awesome. Charlie joked yesterday about how that means Jessica's going to be making fun of Matt quite a bit now. What can you say anything about their, like, the relationship, where it picks up, where they're at, what's the dynamic?
Yeah, so I think, like, I don't want to say too much because I'll let Brad say the stuff, but I'll say, like, Matt and Jessica work really well together and complement each other, and they're both very smart. But of course, she has a certain point of view about things, and we'll take opportunities to poke fun at him. But yeah, I'll let you give spoiler stuff.
Well, I think that it's, I don't want to give too much away so people discover
Sorry.
it, of course. But there's a time gap that between the last time we saw them together and this new show, and that really helps us because we get to reintroduce and reestablish everyone in a new status quo and everything that entails. And it's I just can't wait for everyone to see that because there are some things that will always stay the same, but there's obviously changes and surprises.
Yeah.
When did you film your last scene for season 3 of Jessica Jones? Do you remember, like?
I do. Am I allowed to answer that?
Yeah.
Okay. I think, we did the marketing shoot. First week of July was the very end.
Of 20...
Right now, whatever. Just
No,
recently.
of season 3 of Jessica Jones.
Oh, that was in 2019.
So that was 2019,
Yeah.
and then you came back. Like, what was the gap from thinking you were saying goodbye to getting to go back on a set and be the character
like
again?
5.5 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, we're so happy to have you back.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
So awesome.
At the end of...
I'm sorry. I thought you were asking when we finished filming season 2 of Daredevil Born Again.
Oh, yeah. I don't even know if I can get that specific. I
just
try not
accidentally
to
gave it to you.
Yeah, I'm like, hold on. I'm like, the same way you guys were. I'm like, wait, if
Yeah.
I get too specific, are they ever going to talk to me again?
Yeah.
I remember at the end of that show, like, BFF kind of went like almost Daenerys Targaryen on everybody and got a little crazy. Went to the raft. Maybe we'll visit there. I don't know. But how does watching a character, like somebody you care about like that, impact Jessica? And
I mean, that's the great thing about this character is she is so informed by her experiences and her trauma and her backstory, and it is so layered. I mean, this chick has gone through so much. Her parents have died in a car accident. She has her powers because of that accident, and experiments are done on her. So she has contempt for these powers because of the way she got them. And then the best friend, and then Kilgrave, and like all of these things. It's just like, wait. And what I love about her is her strength, not just physically, but her emotional strength, her internal strength that gets her through it one foot in front of the other, despite all these things. And she's an underdog, and she's going to root for the underdog and protect the underdog. And I think that's why people love her so much and why I love her so much. I could talk about her for so long.
I feel like it's a character that, like, we've all had, like, I feel like everybody at some point in their life has, like, had something they've had to deal with they think is their fault, or they think they did something wrong, especially with the Kilgrave stuff.
Yeah.
But she's just wrestled with how to realize, like, I have to forgive myself and people around me. Like, you can accept love again, even from yourself.
Yeah, and you have to, you aren't what happened to you. You have to take responsibility for who you are today. Yeah. And I think that that's something that is really powerful.
Yeah. How I remember back then, like, the Netflix Marvel TV was obviously a different team than the Marvel Studios and Marvel TV that you're working with now.
Yeah.
How has it been joining like with Brad and the Marvel Studios team
It's
at
been
Disney
so great.
Plus?
It's been so great, and it's felt very celebratory because
Yeah.
like I love Jessica. I think that's obvious. But then when I met Brad, it's like, oh, he loves Jessica. Like it just feels like everybody really loves this character, and Sana and Kevin, and so it's like getting to re-explore her is amazing, and it also feels like her getting her flowers a bit, and like a victory lap. It's awesome. It's been great, and the crew is fantastic. I have to say, like, everybody on the crew is so nice. Every single department is like A game. The production value is so great. It's just like, yeah, you never know what you're gonna get on any set, and it's like fabulous. It's just wonderful. I had the best time.
So when do
Thank you. Also, I just want to say that that original Marvel television team, I mean, we really are standing on the shoulders of giants.
Oh, yeah.
I remember Jeff Loeb telling me about the casting he was doing for the original Defenders shows, and I was like, they are nailing it. Like, I would cast in the same exact way. And I also, there was like, at the time, there was separation between.
so cast him the same exact way, Brad? There's a couple more.
Just gonna have to wait and see.
Hey,
Brandon.
wait.
But
You
I
know
remember-
I'm riding with you.
But I remember being able to watch it as a fan, and it really was like, because I was a Marvel fan, but then I was making Marvel stuff, so this was like, there was just a small layer of removal where I could like watch it as a fan, and the fact that we get to like work together now in the same toy box is just it's a dream come true.
Yeah, man. So when's Jessica Jones born again?
Maybe sooner than you think.
I want to ask you one last question, because just not in terms of story, because I'm sure there's been so many people who ask, like, hey, is there a comic storyline you haven't done or something like that? Just in terms of the character or just the world and what we get out of Jessica Jones, like a piece of merch or like a skin in Fortnite. Is there something about Jessica Jones that you're like, I really want that to happen for this character at some point? Do you have like a...
Yes.
Well,
I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that I've felt there was room to explore, and Brad and I talked about it. And I'm not gonna say any of it because we're gonna be doing it.
let's go. We love to hear it.
Yeah, true.
It's all happening, confirmed. All right, y'all. Well, Krysten, Brad, guys, thank you so much
Yeah,
for coming to
great.
hang out today. This is an absolute honor to be talking with you guys, to be on stage with you guys yesterday, and to celebrate the work you're doing. I think everybody here is loving it, and really appreciate you guys.
Thanks, Brandon.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks so much.
You guys.
Thanks, guys. And thanks for yesterday. That was
Thank
really
you. Oh my
great.
God, that was like the thrill of a lifetime for me. Are you kidding?
That
Thank
was
you.
so sick.
That was awesome.
That was fun. All right, guys. Thank you.